Hello, hello, Inter 1 students. Now let's talk about the grammar in Unit 1A. It is about the present simple and present continuous. Here it is, 1A, about action and non-action verbs. Very well. Easy, easy. Well, it's a big review, only a short review indeed, right? To speak about the present simple, we talk about facts. Okay, I live in London. So you have an example here, right? I live in London. She works in a restaurant. I like pizza. She is my friend. So these things are facts in the present. So we use the present simple. The other moment when we use the present simple is when we speak about routine. Okay, when we speak about routine, then we normally use adverbs such as never, usually, always, every once in a while, every day, these elements, right? So we use the present simple to speak about facts and to speak about things which happen in a certain regularity, okay? Very well. Now, remember that the present simple has two moments. The first moment is when you use I, you, we, they, and the plural, right? This moment, we need to use the verb in its original form. So I live, we live, they live, okay, people in the world live, right? So I, you, we, they, and the plural. And the second moment is when we use I, oh, he, she, it, or the singular, right? Like she works, he works, they work, my dog works. Okay, so these two moments are very distinct, and you need to be aware of these use. The other thing is we have here the negative. In the negative, we use don't for the first moment, I, you, we, they, and plural, and we use doesn't, right? It's important in the second moment, he, she, it, and the singular. It's very important for you to remember that when you use does, when you use doesn't, the verb comes back to its original form, which we also say it's infinitive, okay? Jack doesn't wear glasses. This is a fact, okay? But when I say doesn't, then I say wear. It's not as in the affirmative, I say Jack wears glasses. Now I use doesn't, so I come back, I get the verb in its original form. Very well. So this is the negative with the present simple. And then we have the question. Well, again, we need to remember that to make the negative or to make the affirmative forms, we need to use the auxiliary, do or does. In the negative, we use don't, doesn't. In the question form, we use do for the first moment, I, you, we, they, and the plural. Right? So where do you live? For the second moment, we use only does. Does the supermarket open on Sunday? Once again, I want to remind you that when you use does, either in the negative or affirmative or question form, you need to use the verb in its original form, and it's pointed out here, right? Okay, so you use open, here you use where, although it is a second moment of the present simple, right? Well, there's something I want to highlight here is the way you make questions with the present simple. In fact, with all tenses in English, we use the formula ASI, which stands for auxiliary subject and infinitive, or auxiliary subject and information, sometimes not infinitive. But anyway, it's absolutely necessary that when you make a question, you put one auxiliary before the subject, okay? Oh, is it possible to say, you like pizza? Yes, it is. It's possible to say, and people will understand. However, they will notice that your language, your English, is really poor, that you don't know how to speak the language, in fact, okay? So this is how it goes. Is it possible to say in this question over here, where you live? People will understand, of course, okay? However, they will say, oh my goodness, this person can't speak English. I will answer, of course, okay? And probably a few of them will try to correct you, right? So you won't make it again. So it is this, okay? ASI is absolutely necessary when you make a question. And so here you have, look, A, and then let me change colors. Then you have the subject, and then I'll change colors once again, and then you have the I, which is here, okay? And then you have the other format, which is the QUASI, the quasi thing, right? It's down here, it shows you, right? What changes is just the QU, which is the question word, the WH word. Why, where, who, how many, what kind of, and all these things, okay? And there is one example over here, right? Using the QUASI, where do you live? So you can see that all the elements are here. Where is the QU? Here, do, the A, the S, subject, and the I, the infinitive of the verb. All right? So it's important that you remember these elements. Well, there are a few other things I want to mention about the present simple, because it's a big review, right? It is the order of the adverbs of frequency. So you can see here, usually, these adverbs, usually, always, hardly ever, never, these adverbs, they come before the verb, okay? They come before the verb. She usually has serious. I always go to school by car. He never has breakfast in the morning, all right? So these adverbs come before regular, irregular verbs, okay? However, when we talk about the verb be, the verb can, the verb should, the verb, all these modal verbs, okay, verb to be especially, we use these adverbs after the verb, okay? So you have it here, I'm never late for work, okay, exactly the opposite, right? I'm never late for work. She's usually on time for classes. He is hardly ever sad. Okay, so verb to be, and then the adverb. And when we speak about those expressions of frequency, we use them all at the end of the statement. Okay, so we only eat out about once a month. Okay, once a month, twice a week, every day, every night, every month, etc. So you use these expressions at the end. Is it possible to use somewhere else? Well, sometimes at the beginning, some of them with every are possible, are acceptable, but it's safer to speak good English to get all of them and put at the end, the expressions of frequency. Is that clear? Yes? Great. So let's move on. I'm going to clear this and let's talk about the present continuous, okay? There are a few details here. Please check them out later on, okay? The present continuous, super easy, super easy. The present continuous is the combination of the verb be and one verb with ing. Okay. Verb be is verb be always. Okay, so it won't change. So singular, you say is. Okay. Plural, you say are. I, you say am. Okay. So for questions, verb to be ahead of the subject, okay, as we just seen. Negatives, so you say isn't, aren't, or am not. So there's no mystery, no secret about this. The only thing here is that you need to remember that present continuous is a combination of be and the verb with ing, okay? Because sometimes you forget and you just use the verb, not you, okay, but somebody uses the verb with ing without the use of be. Okay, so look here. Is your sister going out with Adam? All right. Is your sister going out with Adam? Right, so is going out. Is before your sister because it's a question. No, they broke up. They broke up. She isn't going out with anyone now. Good. So I'm going to talk to her, right? So she isn't, that's a negative, right? She isn't going out with anyone. Okay, the phone's ringing. Can you answer it? Okay, at the moment. All right, so the present continuous is used in two situations. One, when the activity is ongoing, it is now, it is happening. All right. For example, the phone is ringing. Can you answer it, please? Okay, it's ringing now. But it's also for temporary things in our lives. Okay, it is going on in our lives, however, not at this moment. So look at the first example. Is your sister going out with Adam? Okay, so is she going out? Now, but is she going out? I mean, the spirit of her life. No, she isn't going out with anyone. All right. And then house prices are going up very fast at the moment. So at this period, the prices are rising, are going up very fast. All right, so there are these two moments when you use the present continuous. Well, and then you have a few rules about the spelling of adding the ing to the verb. There is not much to say. Well, one thing is add ing to the verb. Go, going, do, doing. I know, understand. No, you can't put understand. Asking, looking. All right. There's these three rules here. When the verb ends with e, and before the e there is a consonant, so you cross out, you eliminate the e, and then you add ing. So living, having, taking, dancing. So you cross out the final e. And with y, there's nothing to say. Play, playing. All right. Stay, staying. Study, studying. So it's okay. Okay. There's no rule about that. And when it's CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant, you duplicate the final consonant before adding the ing. All right. Easier? Yes, I would say so. Very well. Now, there is an observation I want to point out here. It's right here. Folks, there are a few verbs which you can't use. Oh, there are more examples here, right? This is important because some verbs you can't use in the present continuous. You can't make this combination be and the verb with ing. Okay, here you have an action verb. Okay, what you're looking for, the car keys. Okay, I'll help you in a moment, but I need them now. I don't want you to help me in a moment. I need them now, right? So it's not possible to say needing. It's not possible to say wanting. It's not possible to say understanding, forgetting, remembering, liking. No, because these verbs are non-action verbs and you can't put them in the present continuous tense. All right? It's easy. All you have to do is to be familiarized with these verbs. There is a little list here, a short list. Look here. Okay, so you have believe, be, hate, etc. Know. Oh, I am knowing that. No, you can't say that. I know that. Okay, I am wanting. You can't be wanting. You have to want. Okay. Oh, but Mr. Marques, como se diz eu estou precisando? You can't. It's a new language. Okay, the structure doesn't allow you to do that. Okay, so you have to say I need, and I need reflects what you want to say. Is that clear? Yes? So there are, if you read the details here, you will see that there are verbs which can be used both in the, can be used as an action verb or a non-action verb. For example, like have, okay, have and think. Okay, I can't talk now, I'm having lunch, right? But you can't say I'm having a car. Okay, so when it is a possession, you can't say, oh, she's having a house now. You can't say that, but she's having breakfast, she's having lunch. You can say, okay, what are you thinking about? Okay, I think this music is great. You can't say I am thinking. It's not present continuous thing. Okay, so this is how it goes. Okay, then we're going to see in another class how to do the exercise, the grammar exercise related to present simple and present continuous. Is that fine? Thank you very much. See you next class.